Hi, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. Auntie is here. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I go by the nickname Ginger. We always start off with a hug, so come on. It's not cute not knowing, and whoo! We got a lot to go over today. Tracey Morgan, his wife, his 33-year-old wife, is divorcing him. Tracey Morgan is 51. In 2014, he was involved in an accident that not only could have left him paralyzed for life, but it could have killed him. A Walmart tractor trailer smashed into the limo that he was in. It killed his partner and manager. Tracey survived, and the woman that he's married to now stood by his side. They had been engaged for a little bit, and a year after the accident, they got married. But she was there to hold his hand to mend him. They have a 7-year-old daughter. They got married in 2015. Flash forward, 2020, the year of the crazy. Megan has filed for divorce. She wants $50 million. She wants $50 million. There was no prenup. Who out here with money getting married and no prenup? Now, love is nice. I'm a romantic myself. But guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to sign on a little piece of paper because this could end. It could end. Tracey. Megan is the same age as his adult children. This whole thing is just, and if you're wondering what Tracey is doing, he's been spotted out with no wedding ring on. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 women. I guess if you have that kind of money, you could just have a ton of women. The hookah, the alcohol. He seems to be coping, but his wife, she wants half. She wants $50 million. Beyonce recently sent well wishes to Megan Thee Stallion. I was wondering who's gonna come out and show support for this woman who got shot in the foot twice, did not ask for it, and she just seemed to be left twisting in the wind. Beyonce, Megan, they had that song, Savage. Beyonce sent her flowers the day before. Rihanna sent her flowers. Is it a coincidence that both of them have 2 major projects tomorrow dropping? Beyonce's Black is King. It starts streaming Disney Plus at midnight. Rihanna, the Fenty skincare line, which is a cleanser, a toner, which is important, what they're calling an invisible moisturizer. You can get it all for under $100. $100. The big launch is tomorrow. Chloe and Halle, Beyonce's proteges, are going to be the new spokespeople for Fendi. Yes, Fendi bags. Chloe and Halle, they're topping the charts with their latest album, Ungodly Hour. Dr. Dre, a few weeks ago, we told you about Dr. Dre. His wife is divorcing him. He's worth $800 million. They have 2 grown kids, been married for years, but his wife, I guess, she's like, I'm out. They were saying that there was no prenup and that she would get half of that $800 million. Dr. Dre then found the prenup. Dr. Dre says there was a prenup and you have to stick to it. I'll give you some money for spousal support, but the prenup, you're going to have to follow the prenup. This is going to be interesting. Ellen DeGeneres, the past, I guess you could say month, has not been good. Her company is being investigated for a toxic work environment with charges of racism and bullying. Can she withstand it, or can something like this end her TV career? She's 62. People have been telling stories about Ellen DeGeneres for years, like, she not nice. The latest is an Australian TV host who said that she would demand that you don't speak to her, do not look at her, don't get in her way. I just think all the press piling on, and I know this has to be a difficult time for Ellen DeGeneres, but it's really interesting. Could this whole scandal about the work environment hurt her career? I tell you one thing, whoever is in charge, they're going to be fired. Watch, they are going to be fired. Get well wishes going out to Pharrell, his son. They both came down with COVID-19. The Emmys, because of COVID, will be virtual. All week we've been telling you about the nominations, the diversity, Jimmy Kimmel. It's going to be taking place on ABC September the 20th, but there'll be no in-person. Everything for the 2020 Emmys will be held virtually. I'm hearing that singer Keke White is pregnant with her 11th child. She just had baby number 10 in January. That girl loved having them babies. R. Kelly, for his upcoming trial, he doesn't want a jury. Why, Auntie, why? First off, they want the names. They want to know who's going to be on the jury and make sure that they're not swayed by social media. But he does not want a jury at his upcoming trial. We remember Malik B., one of the founding members of the Roots. He was 47. I know you guys like to get on me because every time I bring up an Oprah story, but not today, and I'll tell you why. For the first time in 20 years, O Magazine is not going to feature Oprah on the cover. Print publication for the O Magazine ends the end of the year. It's going to go all digital. This month's issue, which is the September issue, and it should be on newsstands now, it's dedicated to Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor was the young woman who was murdered by the officers who burst in her home. No knock, no warning. She was murdered. They just burst into her home. She was murdered by officers who still have not been charged, who still have not been arrested for her murder. Her life mattered. She was an EMS worker. She didn't deserve to die like that. See, they came to the wrong house. They just burst in, start shooting. They were at the wrong house. Breonna Taylor's gracing the cover of O Magazine. Toni Braxton is speaking out. Her sister Tamar Braxton is getting treated for depression at a mental facility. Today would have been the day that her new reality show debuted, but WeTV, out of respect, pushed it to September. Tamar said, "Family is everything, especially sisters." Her sisters gather around her. They're gathering around her to show her support because she may not be in a good situation. Obviously not if you're trying to take your life. Family is everything, especially sisters. The Braxton sisters are coming around their sister Tamar. The Bravo Network is doing a special on race in America. All the blacks that work there, the reality shows, and I know I shouldn't have said the blacks, all the black women who work on the various shows, Married to the Medicine, Real Housewives, are all coming together. Sunday, August 9th at 10 o'clock. Now you may be saying, well, why, Auntie? Why are they coming together now? Why is Bravo doing a Race in America special? Because Nene Leakes is suing them for racial discrimination. They're going to head this thing off. Bravo and Nene are at odds. She wants to be referred to as the queen. Bravo is like, what? I know I haven't done the pen in a while. I'm the queen. But there's only kind of like two queens, the one in England and then the Queen of Soul. Nene wants to be called the Queen, y'all. They're like, no. I think she may wind back up on this show because of this suit. They're trying to bring younger women on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. They can't replace a Nene Leakes. This whole thing is a mess. But they're doing a Race in America special Sunday, August 9th. I meant to mention Rihanna, tomorrow is Fenty Skin. She says she is working on an album and fans won't be disappointed. Kanye West is being charged with electoral fraud. In his quest to become president, he put in the petition in New Jersey. There were 600 defective signatures. Cancel you right out. The story of Sammy Davis Jr. and his romance with actress Kim Novak is going to be made into a movie. Janet Mock is going to be the one behind this. Back in the 50s, it was so taboo for, you got this famous black man, you got this famous white actress, and they came together and people were like, At that time, it was very controversial. At times, Sammy Davis Jr. fearing for his life. Who's going to play Sammy Davis Jr.? The actor Jeremy Pope. He's in the Netflix Hollywood, the Ryan Murphy. And they say he was Eddie Kendricks in The Temptation story. So this is going to be interesting. They're still casting, but the story of Sammy Davis Jr. will be told. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. As I love to say, it's not cute not knowing. Tell a friend, subscribe to the channel. The channel is growing. Look at me, I'm losing my voice. Leave a comment. I do read the comments. Yes. And if I heart you, that means that auntie saw it. I appreciate you guys so much. There was so much going on today. But thank you. Thank you for joining me. It's not cute not knowing. You should always know what the heck is going on. Have a good one. And thanks for tuning in.